Imagine stepping into a fight knowing almost everyone expects you to lose. Across from you stands a taller opponent with longer arms, longer legs, and what seems like every physical advantage imaginable. The crowd sees the size difference and immediately assumes the outcome. But what if that assumption is completely wrong? One of the biggest myths in combat sports is that taller automatically means better. Height looks intimidating. Reach looks dangerous. But fighting is much more complicated than simple measurements. To be fair, reach is an advantage. A taller fighter can hit from farther away and often controls distance more easily. Many champions have built entire careers around keeping opponents at the end of their punches. But every advantage comes with a weakness. To use reach effectively, a fighter must maintain distance. The moment that distance disappears, so does much of the advantage. This is where shorter fighters become dangerous. They spend years learning how to move forward safely. Head movement, footwork, feints, and timing become their weapons. A jab flies toward the shorter fighter. Instead of backing away, he slips just inches to the side. Suddenly, he's no longer outside. He's inside. Most people think getting close to an opponent is dangerous. For a shorter fighter, it's often exactly where the fight needs to happen. When fighters stand close together, body shots become devastating. A shorter fighter is naturally positioned to attack the ribs, liver, and stomach. One body shot might not end a fight. 10 body shots can completely change it. Energy disappears, movement slows, confidence fades. Another hidden advantage comes from physics. Shorter fighters usually have a lower center of gravity, making them harder to push around. The fight moves into a wrestling exchange. Suddenly, height isn't as important as balance, leverage, and positioning. Because they're already closer to the ground, shorter fighters often have easier access to their opponent's legs. One perfect shot, one explosive drive forward. The taller fighter crashes to the canvas. Now the reach advantage means almost nothing. On the ground, control matters far more than arm length. Many shorter fighters develop relentless pressure. They force opponents to work every second of the fight. Constant pressure doesn't just affect the body, it affects the mind. A tired fighter begins making mistakes. Montage of victorious short stickmen defeating larger opponents. Inspirational sports documentary style. A perfectly timed punch can beat a longer punch. Timing often matters more than distance. Successful shorter fighters eventually stop seeing themselves as disadvantaged. They understand their strengths better than anyone else. Instead of wishing they were taller, they improve their footwork, pressure, wrestling, and conditioning. Imagine a championship fight. One athlete has the reach advantage. The other has mastered pressure, timing, and persistence. As the rounds pass, the taller fighter begins slowing down. The shorter fighter keeps coming forward. Then comes the moment. A clean combination lands. The crowd erupts. The referee raises the shorter fighter's hand. The crowd cheers. Expectations have been shattered. Being a short fighter is not a weakness. It is simply a different path. Height can help. Reach can help. But skill, timing, pressure, wrestling, and determination win fights. And sometimes, the most dangerous person in the cage is the one everyone underestimated.